Welcome back, Friday Night Futon. We're back with another video.
We're
Just
back.
coming off a really hot game. Josh is gonna get right into it, talking about the Thunder and the Celtics.
All right, so the
We'll
Thunder
get
played
right
the
into it.
Celtics, two of the best teams. Two of the best teams. The Thunder are currently the first in the Western Conference, and the Celtics are the second in the East. Coming out watching this game, I knew it was gonna be a dogfight. I knew the unexpected was gonna happen. We had Al Horford score 18, had a double double, 18 points, and he's a 38-year-old man, so that's impressive. There were a lot of shooting threes, a lot of fouls. SG had 33. Jason Tatum had 38, I want to say. Derek White has always been doing good. Um, what's his name?
Peyton Pritchard
No.
or
Peyton
Sam
Pritchard did.
Hauser?
No. I'm talking about for the Thunder.
Oh,
Carson Wallace.
Casey Wallace. Yeah,
Jason Wallace, yeah. I was surprised on his way step up. So
yeah.
he
They
really
needed him to
took,
step up.
yeah.
They won this game without JDUB, by the way.
Yeah, without JDUB. Yeah, I was gonna mention that. I was gonna say without JDUB, which is impressive. Um You had Isaiah Eisen
Hartenstein.
Hartenstein. He did his thing with 12. I think he had a double double. I want to say. I'm not sure.
I believe he did.
Um,
I'll
Watching
double
this
check that for you.
game, it really showed who was the better team at that moment. In a 7 game series, it could go either way. Honestly,
Yeah, he had 11 points and 6 rebounds,
yeah,
but
He did good.
Chet Holmgren did have a double double with 23 points and 15 assists.
Mm.
Um, but
So
I took
yeah,
this away from this is a really good win, like you said, like I said previously, but like we both agreed, no J Dub. Um, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander won this game with only hitting two threes. I thought that was impressive. He didn't let the 3 point taking of the in the shot volume from the Celtics to tear him off his game. I've seen that Jaylen Brown's been playing really good when they had their Lakers matchup on Luka Doncic, and Shea didn't really have that problem. He could just get into whatever bag he wanted to get into.
yeah,
Um, he was everywhere on the court offensively for them, and then. You don't you miss a big game right here from Aaron Wiggins. We talked about how him and Isaiah Joe probably gonna have a big playoff performance here, but he shoots
definitely.
39 in their starting lineup, so you're really filling that hole. But they pull us out a good W against the Celtics who still don't have Porzingis. I don't know how much of the game definitely changes with Porzingis in it, but the it's not like the Celtics needed him. Big shout out to Al Horford again.
Yeah,
Also played amazing defense against the Lakers. That was a blowout game uh that was happened right before we ended the podcast. I think last podcast, and that was a big loss for the Lakers, who were had it tied up at halftime and then completely lost it in the third quarter, and then made their fake Lakers comeback to make it an 11-point
yeah.
loss. But yeah. Uh, my jersey for today, we got the USA Anthony Edwards jersey because the
Mm,
Timberwolves are on a win streak of six, and that's with Julius Randle. And then they just added Gobert back into the lineup. And I thought Julius Randle adding him back into the lineup was going to take away McDaniels' offense, but it didn't. I was questioning that last podcast, but Julius Randle really gelled well when he came back. He gets his ISO and post touches sometimes, but he's really been bought into rebounding and playing some better one passing the ball one more.
yeah.
Which has really been nice to see because that was a team that I thought was really going to be in the gutter. I still don't know where Julius Randle's free agent destination is at the end of this season, but it's nice to see that they've had a good bounce back here.
Yeah, what did you think about what were your thoughts on the Timberwolves versus the Nuggets?
So with the Timberwolves, what was that? What day was that?
I think that was yesterday.
That was still yesterday. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I think it was just a good. I think Naz Reid has also been huge for them. So I think what was his stat on that game? He had a no. He had 8 points. But I'm getting my games mixed up. But yeah, it was a reintroduction of Gobert, and he kind of gets torched by the Nuggets. I won't lie, I did fall asleep going watching this game, but it was a fun one to start off with. I'm glad that ESPN was able to have it. Julius Randle had 25 points, and he got stuff going early. Um, so just a regular, just I think like just Timberwolves W.
Yeah. Um, do you think the
The other
Timberwolves
games
have what?
I have been locked in on more.
Uh,
That was the one game I kind of fell sleep on. What would you say?
yeah. Do you think the Timberwolves have what it takes to make it past the second round in the playoffs?
Second round, yeah, but I think that's probably where it ends in the second round. I don't see them making a conference push this year, um, or even a finals push. Not even in my realm of possibility.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know. Like I bring up the Randall situation because I don't know exactly where this team could pivot to where they would be back to where they were. Um, So I don't know. I think this jump from McDaniels was much needed, but it's still not enough. It's enough for them to be bouncing their back their season, the regular season. But McDaniels is the player that we can probably get see shut out in a series and just be a 3-and-D type wing. Like he's gonna get similar treatment that Mikal Bridges gets. And Mikal Bridges, like we saw, he hit that game winner the other night. I did watch
Yeah.
that game. Um, but we've talked about his up and downs, and I feel like that's just like something that you can game manage.
That's just yeah. That's just come with playing on the Hornets.
It's not the Anthony Edwards type offense that you have to worry about. But
Can we talk about the Bucks versus the Pacers?
yeah, the Bucks versus the Pacers. I had the Pacers winning that game. Uh, I almost wanted I put it in for my daily pick'ems in 2K, but I wanted to put it in a parlay. But yeah, let's talk about that one. I think the Pacers are the perfect kryptonite for the Bucks, and they could that's they could match up in the playoffs. That could be
And yeah, they
that
beat them last year in the
yeah,
playoffs.
and they could match up
So
again.
yeah. So the Pacers made it. They're currently fifth in the East. They made it to the conference finals last year.
Yep.
Oh,
It was no one was expecting that really out of them. Yeah, they did fight against the injured Knicks, but they were able to that was a big season for them.
yeah, that was amazing to see. Tyrese Halliburton put on a great show. Um, I just hope that he's able to. I know he's very inconsistent, but I just hope he's able to transfer that to the playoffs. You know, that fire.
Yeah.
Him along with Miles Turner and Aaron Nesmith.
Yeah, I did think a lot of the playoff offense last year for the Pacers was kind of ran out of Siakam more than Halliburton. So yeah, I agree. I would like to see this kind of like flow better into the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, another I just been watching some of the more contending teams. Um, uh, the the Hornets almost beat the Cavs. I thought that was going to be a scary loss for the Cavs. Miles Bridges had 40 points for the Cavs win 116 to 112.
Mm.
Uh, but that game had me glued in. I won't lie. The Hornets are extremely fun to watch when they are in close games and they have LaMelo Ball playing. And this wasn't even a LaMelo Ball game. Like I said, Miles Bridges with 40. It's just all that those type of games are always fun to see. Kind of just see how the contending team will handle that. They didn't go. The Cavs didn't go into the game really thinking that they could just walk over the Hornets. I think they were really trying to their best ball out. Their shots were just not falling. Um. And another thing that happened before between the last episode and this episode is that Jimmy Butler got his first triple double with the Golden State Warriors in a big win. And then me and you just been fascinated with just how what a burner Steph Curry has been on
Yeah.
this for like last month. So what do you want to say? What do you want to talk about that?
Um. So first, let's talk about how Stephen Curry reached 25,000 points. Um. It is shocking, but I feel like it shouldn't really be shocking because he's Stephen Curry. I feel like he should have been already at this milestone, but his selection of shots is so specific that it might take a little longer. But Stephen Curry is one of the greatest point guards slash shooters of all time. and I just hope he gets a good playoff run this year.
Yeah, a game I was locked into was that Saturday game against the Pistons, and
Mhm.
Isaiah Stewart now has it under his belt that he's got into it with LeBron James, and he was talking a little ish with Steph Curry on the sideline. So I don't know how many guys can have that under their resume, but Steph Curry was another really good masterclass game, and I think maybe Steph Curry would have definitely hit the milestone if earlier if Jimmy Butler started the season off with the Warriors.
Definitely.
Um, what he's been adding for that team it has been really impactful. Like we talked about earlier, how he's a little bit more aggressive on offense. In this Pistons game, he had 26 points, and then he's getting to the free throw line. It's like their only downhill type score with Kaminga out. Um, Still no Kaminga yet. Interested to see what his return looks like. But I don't know. Like I think the closing lineup will still probably have AirPods in instead of Kaminga, and I think that's how it should be to just add more spacing. But because you're getting you're not losing any offense because you're Jimmy Butler is an amazing closer as well as Steph Curry.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. Um, I- I'm glad he scored his first triple double because at first I was just wondering like, what is he doing out there?
yeah,
I know he's playing defense, but it's like, what else can I contribute? But
he had 26 in the Pistons game.
yeah, but like the first two games, I was like confused.
It was as long as
But
it's
I guess it
resulting
takes
in the
time.
win.
Yeah, as
You
long as
you
they
you
get the
don't
win.
you don't see gelling is never fast, and at least their gelling at least was resulting into winning. It was going to result into production at some point with Jimmy.
True.
But another person that's also been going all crazy. They had their first triple double last episode, but actually I saw them. They got another one. Is Zion Williamson? He's kind of making me put a little bit more faith back into the Pelicans for next year because they were looking really down in the dumps this entire year until like kind of the Trey Murphy kind of had. Well, first season McCollum did have his a couple 40-point games in the beginning of the
Yep.
year, but
Which is
then
impressive.
yeah, and then Trey Murphy really caught fire, and then with Zion being back, you're seeing like what this team could potentially be higher, like way higher in the seeding next year. And they don't really have to do that much with their team except for get healthy, which is a big ask for them. But I don't know what free agents really want to go to New Orleans just because I feel like there is a stigma around like it's like their curse. I mean, Jane Daniels just felt
Hmm.
he mentioned he commented about how he just felt like the curse was lifted ever since he went to the Hawks, and now look at him. He's going to be all defense this year for sure.
Yeah.
Um, so it's just interesting for the Pelicans. Puts a little bit more hope back into they still are the very bottom of the West, and I expect them to be there and for the end of the year. But at least that I see that they're being competitive.
Yeah, at least they're being competitive, not like the Wizards or the Jazz.
And the Wizards beat my Mavericks. That was sad. And the Raptors are trying to lose, but it was a close one. We had a Jacoby Walter game winner, but
Yeah, I seen that.
that was decent. Um, but yeah, you want to get into our games of the week or games of the night?
All right, let's look at our games of the night.
I can go first with my game of the night. Actually, I want to hear yours first. I want to hear because I'm debating between two, and if you say mine, then I'm just gonna go with the other one.
I'm gonna go. Can you see me? Make sure it's not low. You can see me, right?
Yeah,
All right. The games I'm going for tonight. The first one is gonna be the Lakers versus the Bucks,
that was gonna be my answer as well. Yes, Lakers
and the
and Bucks.
second one is gonna be the Warriors versus the Kings.
Exactly. Both HBO Max, TNT, they
Yeah.
finally did it correctly. Those were both my games as well in that exact order. We can just break down the first game, Lakers Bucks. What's got you excited about that one? I'll pull up
Giannis
the injuries
playing.
and stuff. We have day to day on Jackson Hayes. He may or may not be playing, but LeBron is still out.
Do you still got Alex Len?
Yeah, he played horrible the other night. He was out. Let me just pull up his stats the other night. But keep talking.
Um. So the Lakers, Luca is gonna be playing. Bronny might get in. um. I just want to see how that team, since they got their full team now, match up against the Bucks.
Yeah, I knew he
and then
played
for
like
team, really, honestly.
dog.
Yeah.
Alex Glenn started in that Nets game. He finished the game with 0 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. A damn shame. You playing with the greatest one of the greatest passes of all time, and I ain't even talking about LeBron.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, I agree with all your takes on that. Well, who do you have pulling this out? I didn't catch
Mm,
that.
I want to say the Bucks, but I feel like the Lakers could pull it out.
I think I'm gonna have the Bucks for this one. I groin and calf injuries for Damian Lillard and Giannis, so I think they're day to day, and they should be one of them at least should be playing. But
Yeah.
yeah, this could be a close one. Just with all out, just the injuries with them. But the one that has been good is kind of like the more uplifting one is the Kings also have been playing very good. We didn't talk about them in the
Mhm.
regular first part of the show, but Zach LaVine's shot has kind of finally came back around to him. He's been hitting a lot better clip. And they've kind of been on their bounce back. I want to see what they are in their last 10. But
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna say I had the Warriors because they're on an extremely hot streak, even hotter than the Kings.
yeah, I
Uh,
got the Warriors too. But I feel like Zach LaVine is gonna put up a fight.
the Kings are 5-5 in their last 10 but I feel like they've been playing they lost their back-to-back games, but they at least have been playing some better basketball than they were at the with beginning of this trade. But I'm gonna have the Warriors in this one. Easy.
Yeah, definitely.
The Warriors have crept into the sixth seed, and we didn't mention at the top of the show. We have another play, a postseason team. The Knicks have clinched the postseason, so they have joined the Cavs, uh, the Celtics, and OKC for clinching the postseason. Um, yeah. And then what's your game of the week? What do you got for game of the week?
Game of the week. Let's see, because I was looking at them earlier. I was like, I couldn't pick one to be exact.
And comments. We're thinking about moving the show to 2 times a week. What's the
Yeah.
think of we're thinking about what's another day that y'all would like to see us that kind of
Yeah,
spaces us
so that's
out
more
from
consistent.
Friday.
Yeah.
You have another Pacers Bucks game in here. I was thinking about them. The Warriors honestly have an amazing stretch of games. Not really for
Hmm.
them, but it's going to be fun to watch. They have the Knicks. I saw they had the Bucks, and then the Bucks play the Thunder as well on March 16th. That might have to be my game of the week, just because how fun the Bucks and
Yeah.
how fun the OKC has been. I'm waiting for their team to just dethrone them in the regular season. It doesn't even seem like any of the top seeds can dethrone them.
Yeah. Saturday, Saturday, the Bulls play the Rockets. I think it's gonna be good.
Oh, this is so I don't know. I don't know about that one.
You never know. Josh
That's a
Giddey
little
could
under the
easily,
radar one.
yeah. Or like I was looking at that one, or the Knicks versus the Warriors.
That's like saying the 76ers Mavericks game is going to be interesting. Good Lord. It's going to be an interesting game because how ass them teams and
Yeah.
how horrible they are. But speaking of so I was thinking about wearing my college jersey instead of this one. We'll get a little bit of free. I mean, to be honest, with this basketball show, I'm gonna get a little bit free roaming here because just freestyling here because I feel like we figure out pretty much have figured out these NBA teams. There's like
Yeah,
nothing.
definitely.
There's not really that many questions. We had our trade deadline questions and we've kind of and we've seen Jimmy Butler's stent. We've seen like what we need to see from the other teams. Like there's not really much to talk about. Like it's a good team like the Rockets. Like we've covered them a good amount. And now we're just waiting for them in the postseason. So I'm veering a little bit more towards college basketball. Are you gonna be making a bracket?
Yeah, I think we should start it. I think we should start looking at NCAA teams that we
Oh,
will.
I've been watching about a good amount. When I was at the gym today, Cooper Flag got injured and had to be wheelchaired off, but then he walked back to the bench, so it kind of gives mixed emotions. Not mixed emotions is horrible for it, but I mean, with him getting taken off by a wheelchair and then be able to walk back, it's good. Um, and then Ace Bailey and Harper not able to make March Madness. They will not be in March Madness. The two of the probably top five picks. Uh, those guys will definitely go in the top five, and they will not be making March Madness, which should be interesting. And I don't think UNC, my favorite team, I think that we're sitting right on the bubble. We have not been good at all. And we also have a top pick. But but you're gonna be making a March Madness bracket though?
Yeah, I've got to do my research on it. I got
Oh,
to
you
do
gotta
my
be
research.
locked
I
in.
know I like
We're
Villanova.
definitely gonna do a draft show. We did a draft show with Caleb. I did a draft show with Caleb last year, and it was super fun. It was our mock draft video, probably the most viewed thing on our channel actually. But that was really fun.
I think we should definitely do that for sure.
Yep. And then we definitely we're thinking about having the two, like I said, we're thinking about having the two episodes. 100% will have two episodes a week once playoff time comes around because
Yeah, definitely.
we're not waiting that long once a week every time for the games. But anything else you'd like to talk about, Josh?
More consistency coming on from us.
You got some channels. How have the creation of those been going?
It's going well. I'm in the editing process right now. I haven't uploaded a video yet, but once I get uploaded, I will be definitely plugging it. I really just got to work on the consistency of it. That's all.
Yeah, I feel you. I'll be streaming Siege X. That just came. We just saw the reveal for Rainbow Six Siege's big new update, Siege X. I
I'll be
can't,
playing that
bro.
tomorrow too.
I thought, well, I didn't know the download process of it. Eddie told me apparently you had to watch the stream or watch any streamers that like promoted that stream. Luckily, like Jinxie, like the big name guys were promoting it, so it's not that hard to find a streamer. But it's like you have to watch 30 minutes of, you have to connect your Twitch account to Ubisoft and then watch 30 minutes of somebody, and then it gives you a code to download the game. But the thing is crazy. But definitely beyond that, starting up the MLB, the show soon. Did not buy the $100 version, so I'm not gonna be playing it 4 days early, but I'll be playing it when it comes out for the public. Shout out to, or did it come out already for the public? I think I don't know. I'm not. All I know is I'm not getting it though. But shout out to your boy. Shout out to Anthony Edwards. Shout out USA.
Yeah.
Deuces.
This is